You're watching Drakeling Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakeling Gaming. So if you're on Twitter, the Gaming Drag, today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of What It Feels Like. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you were up, and let's go. You be nice to him, Mylo. Emma, come on, help me make the table. Your dad said dinner's going to be ready soon. Okay. Mom smiles at me as she gets up, and they both go to the kitchen, leaving me alone with Baxter on the couch. The second I sit next to him, he wraps his arms around my shoulder, a wide grin plastered on his face. Hey, you look cheeky. I got to see a bunch of your baby photos. Of course I'm in a good mood. I should have known my mom would do that. There's a glow to his smile, almost proud. It both flatters me and annoys me. Well, don't you look so happy? Sorry, I'm just having a good time. You are? Yeah, I like knowing more about you. He caresses the right side of my face, rubbing my floppy ear between his thumb and forefinger, staring at it as if deep in thought. I feel like you don't open to me as much as I'd like. It's just nice, you know, to see all the different sides of you. My heart starts to hammer in my chest, and for some strange reason my eyes begin to water. But I don't feel sad at all. He smiles at me again, shy and a bit embarrassed. The orange lights of the sunset just outside my home seeps in through the glass windows, making the house feel warm, and his face shines softly. His deep scarlet eyes lock onto mine, and I have some sort of epiphany. Full body shivers invade my body as a thought forms in my mind, so loud and clear to the point I'm scared he might have heard it. His eyes slowly trace my face, from my eyes to my nose, down to my lips, his gaze lingering just a second too long there. I start to lean into him, and he cups the side of my face in his right paw, reciprocating the closeness. Mylo! Oh, shit. Ha! Wow, what timing. I almost jump out of my skin as my dad's booming voice makes us lean so far away from each other. We might as well be on opposite ends of the couch. Hi, Dad! Dinner's ready. His eyes land on Baxter's, his expression unflinching. Welcome, Baxter. Oh god, he's like Shuichi's dad. His dad turns to the dinner table. Baxter and I stare at each other, unsure of what to say. Hey! He scooches close again and speaks in a hushed tone, making me blush all over again. What the heck does your dad do for work? Where'd he get so ripped? Huh? He's an accountant. What? What does he account at gold bars? I think he used to be in a biker gang before Emma was born. I thought I wouldn't be too intimidated by your dad, but I'm honestly a little terrified. He can be pretty scary, but it'll be fine. It's just dinner. I'll try to make a good first impression. I smile at him, and grabbing his hand, I lean over to the dinner table, and my family's waiting for us. We all take a seat at the dinner table, the odd number of people making it so there's an empty chair at the end of the long table. Baxter sits to my right, with Emma on my left at the end of the table. Mom and Dad sit next to each other directly in front of Baxter and I. Usually Emma would be sitting in Baxter's place, but since she knows I want to be next to him, she relinquished her spot and sits on the lonely edge. Knowing Emma, though, I think she'll be glad if the focus won't be solely on her tonight. Well, Emma, why don't you tell us how the semester's going so far? Oh, fine. It's been a bit less challenging, but I'm pretty sure the hard classes are coming soon. Mylo says you study medicine, right? Yeah, studying to be a pediatrician. I've still like 3 more years ahead of me. I'm sure you'll look back and see it wasn't all that much in the end. Sure seems like a long time from now. In any case, there isn't anything really going on at the moment. Oh, someone did throw up in the middle of a final one time. Sorry, I don't have more interesting stories. Well, what about your friends? Any boyfriends yet? What? Medical school is the perfect place to find a promising young man. A bright future ahead of him and a good head on his shoulders, just like you. 2 med students dating? We never even get to see each other, if that's the case. Besides, dating isn't really a priority for me. Good. Doesn't have to be. You're too young for that anyways. I'm 23. Harold, don't say that. Both of them are old enough to date. I mean, look at Mylo. He found Baxter and he's never been happier. Dad's stare falls on me and I glance away, my cheeks flushing in embarrassment. Truth is, Dad has never been the type to want to hear about our love lives. Emma had a boyfriend once in high school. Emphasis on once. He intimidated the guy so badly every time he came over. Dad said he was just a wimp, but honestly, who wouldn't be creeped out? So when Dad starts drilling his eyes into Baxter's skull, I internally whine in protest. Speaking of, I don't think we've ever properly met, have we? Oh. Oh, I guess not. I've come over a few times, but I'm guessing you're probably working when I do. That's right. Well, it's a pleasure to finally meet you then. Likewise, sir. So tell me, what is it that you're studying? Finance. I have a few classes with Mylo. He calls me Russo. It's a nickname. I see. You don't look like a guy who'd study finance. I thought you'd be in business with Mylo. Baxter's nothing if not talented. He was just telling me how he was in a lot of different sports teams growing up. Soccer in elementary, football in high school, was it? Yeah, I like to stay active. I'm on the basketball team now, actually. And he's really good. I think a scout came over to watch them play one of these days. How'd that go, by the way? Pretty good. Coach says the scout was impressed by a few of us, but he hasn't said just who. Fingers crossed it's me. I'm sure it is. So, basketball is your focus? Sorry? You want to play that professionally? I mean, it'd be a dream come true for sure. I see. Irritation bubbles inside me. I know exactly what he's doing. Some people have dreams outside of working 9 to 5, Dad. I'm not saying it's bad to have dreams. I just think you should have your priorities straight. I mean, look at you. You spent every summer working some high school summer job and pursuing music instead of looking for an internship somewhere. That isn't going to get you far, Mylo. I'm worried about your future. You should be too. I think it's okay for Mylo to pursue music for a bit. We all turned to look at Baxter, silence hanging in the air. I mean, it's clear that he's passionate about it, more than business work. He's got the support of his family, and as long as he isn't putting aside his studies, chasing his dreams is important to him. Finding a good job should be even more important, though, don't you agree? Sure, I don't doubt Mylo would find a job, try and further his career. That doesn't mean he's going to forget about his passions. Dad growls in the back of his throat, shoving a spoonful of mashed potatoes in his mouth. Getting contradicted by a guy he's never met before is definitely not something he liked, but knowing Baxter would stand up for me makes my heart feel lighter. I guess you're a dreamer too, Baxter. Sometimes you need someone with stronger ideals to set you straight. Mylo's got his head in the clouds most of the time, so his mother and I have to pull him back down to earth. I have a feeling your parents may have had to do the same with you. Dad. It's okay, Mylo, he's right. My mom always tries to make sure I was focused on my future, but she also made sure that I was happy with whatever I chose to do. And whether that's sports, music, or my career, she told me to give it my all in everything that I do, and she supported me no matter what. She sounds wonderful. I'd love to meet her. Hopefully you will someday. She does sound like a good mother, not unlike you, Minnie. Mom just swats him away, but she loves it when he compliments her. And what about your father? I think it's important to have a stricter role model. Make sure you're heading down the right path. Surely he was a bit more stern with you. Dad. My father wasn't in my life, Mr. Russo. I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear. But I guess that explains things, doesn't it? I push my chair back and slam a palm onto the table, making everyone jump. Furious tears threaten to escape my eyes as I stare at my dad, his icy blue eyes matching mine. What the hell's wrong with you? You don't know anything about Baxter. You haven't even met him before today. The one thing you do is be judgmental of him? I'm sorry I can't be the son you want. I know I've made mistakes, but choosing Baxter and having him in my life isn't one of them. For once, I wish you could just support me. We're going. Come on, Bax. I angrily stomp out of the room, going out the front door and letting it slam hard behind me, leaning on Baxter's bike and hanging my head low. I take full, deep breaths, my tears dropping out of my eyes and directly onto the dark leather seat. I'm furious, so furious, that it takes everything in me to not tear up the leather with my own claws. Eventually I hear the door open and close again, much softer than when I did it. Even before he speaks, I know it's him, just from the sound of his footsteps. Hey, you good? His paws go under my jacket, onto my back, rubbing it in gentle, firm circles. I can't believe him. Who the fuck does he think he is talking to you like that? Hey, it's okay. Listen, I get him. What? I turned to face him, stepping back a few feet. I get it, that's all. Being protective of you. That isn't being protective, it's being a judgmental prick, Baxter. I didn't like what he said either, but I don't think your dad is a prick, and I don't think you should talk about him that way either. You just don't get it. I think I know about dads who are pricks, Mylo. You're right, I'm sorry. I bury my face in my hands, sighing. I'm used to him talking like that about my dreams. I know deep down he does just want me to succeed, but hearing him talk down to you like that, it just made me so angry. I know. Come here. I don't think twice about throwing myself into his arms, hugging his waist tightly as he wraps his own arms around me, kissing my forehead softly. Thanks for standing up for me. I can't say I didn't appreciate it. But you said you should. Well, you should go back inside. Your sister's home, and maybe you have some things to talk about with your dad. I guess I was shot. I can just go home with you. He chuckles, pulling me away just enough to make me look at him. As much as I'd love that, I thought I could help my case with your parents if you ran away with me right now. Maybe not. The bike isn't helping your bad boy image either. Yeah, the downsides of being so cool. We smile at each other, although in the back of my mind, I'm definitely still angry at my dad. Right now, it's just us. I couldn't care less. Well, drive safely, then. Text me when you get home. Of course. I'll pick you up tomorrow. We've got a long day ahead of us. I'll be up early, promise. He kisses me, quick and simple, and as we pull away, something dawns on me. Looking into Baxter's eyes, it seems to dawn on him, too. Since when do we kiss so casually? I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!